All right. Hello and welcome back to day 3 of the 5-day 6-figure course plan challenge. My name is Chris Badgett. I'm the CEO and co-founder of LifterLMS, and you're on day 5. So the goal of this training is to help you create your money-making course plan in just 5 days so you can confidently launch your course without wasting time and money. So all I'm asking you for is 1 hour for 5 days to then walk away to do some learning with me, but also take some action on what you learn and walk away with a solid course plan that's designed from scratch to be solid enough, good enough to really be capable and possible of creating a full-time income. That is the goal with this challenge. This training is for people with something to teach, advanced experts, also known as subject matter experts. So if you're watching this, I'm sure you've got some subject area that you're looking to teach on. I'm not going to go through all of this. Again, I'm Chris from LifterLMS. We've helped a lot of course creators over the years. It's been about a decade in this industry, and my goal here is to condense decades into days of learning opportunity for you to become the next success story course creator in our community. These are some examples we've talked about on previous days. And today where we are is here, day 3, defining a winning offer. This is one of the most important parts of putting your plan together, because if you don't have the offer, really nothing else is going to work or work well at all. So just to highlight where we've come so far, before the challenge started, we talked about committing to your success, and what that means is showing up for the 5 1-hour sessions, to put it on your calendar and to agree to learn and also immediately implement within that hour after you're done with the learning what you learned. And that way you'll get the most out of this program. And particularly if you want to go ahead and set a launch date for your course that could be as soon as 2 weeks out. That's how quickly things can change and escalate here. The first day we talked about stepping into your power, and you learn how to kind of align your course with kind of like a higher purpose or meaning, or your calling, or where your skills and the market and what the world needs, and where all that overlaps, so that you can really create and be fueled with energy to create. Yesterday we looked at focusing the avatar. If we don't have a clear customer that we're helping or serving, it's a lot harder. Everything takes a lot more work. There's a bunch more conditions around, like, oh, well, if it's for this person, I should do this. If it's for that person, I should do that. So we learned how to really design and understand your ideal avatar, even if it's just a previous version of yourself. So today we're going to get into defining a winning offer. So let me jump ahead there. Cool. So this is day 3, defining your winning offer. And the problem is, when you don't have a strong offer, it can be actually overwhelming, like the amount of work or the lack of results, the lack of progress. It can be really just overwhelming. And if you don't have a clear offer to kind of ground your thinking, you can end up not knowing what to say in your videos, or when you're trying to write an email, or you're trying to promote your course, you're trying to name your course, or you're just trying to create course content. And the biggest problem is really just ending up having a confusing offer that the market doesn't understand. And the side effect of that is that nobody buys. But here's my promise to you today. I'm going to help you create extreme focus by coming up with your offer, help you know exactly what to say, and then how to turn what it is you're offering with your online course into a no-brainer offer, which means it's easy to buy, people understand what it is, and it's highly desirable for your learner avatar. And what this is really going to do today is lower your stress level, because if you have a winning offer, everything else gets a lot easier. Your odds of success go way up. Life gets a lot more enjoyable, and business is a lot less stressful. So we're going to go over how to reduce stress in 1 hour by developing your winning offer without resorting to sleazy sales methods. So when I say making an offer, it's not like we're doing some kind of gimmicky sales technique. I'm talking about the underlying value proposition that you're creating for your online course. So at its most fundamental, an offer refers to a promise that a course creator makes in exchange for another party's money, time, and effort. It's not just about money, it's also your learner's time and the amount of effort they're going to put into your course. So creating the offer is really that promise between you and your learner, and the course literally fulfills on that offer. So to get into it, there's really a couple stages to designing your winning offer. The first is we're going to define our transformation, which we looked at a little bit yesterday. So if I go over here, let me just remind you where we were. Our primary transformation that our avatar wants, there's some kind of measurable goal, and ideally some kind of identity transformation that happens. The best offers help people become better versions of themselves, or even a new identity. Like if you have not yet launched an online course before, one of the things I'm helping you with is to become a successful course creator that's generating money. That's like a new identity for people, especially if it's a side hustle. So on our podcast, LMS Cast, I interviewed a guy named Dane Maxwell who gave me this framework that I'm going to give to you today, that business is really just three things: a customer, a result, and a mechanism. So the spoiler alert is your course is the mechanism. Your learner avatar is the customer. The transformation that they're seeking is the result they want. Everything else is just details. So when you design a winning offer, we need to have a clear customer, a clear mechanism, and a clear result. And offers become much stronger when you can introduce a time element. Because remember, people aren't just giving us their money, they're giving us their time and their energy or their effort. So for example, you're inside of a training right now that is a 5-day course. So I made a promise to you today that if you give me, and for this whole challenge, that if you were to give me 5 days, 1 hour a day, about 15-20 minutes for the training, and then you taking action for 40 minutes after the call, that you're going to walk away with a 6-figure course plan. So that is a specific time frame that is part of the offer, makes the offer or the promise stronger. And then it's good to look at either one or two primary objections somebody's going to have with your learning offer. So if we go back to this challenge, I'll just go all the way back up to the first slide here. This is an offer right here. Create your money-making course plan in just 5 days so that you can confidently launch our online course, which is the result, without wasting time or money. Wasting time and money is the objection that I'm promising here, and then this is like the name. The 5-day 6-figure course plan challenge is literally the mechanism. So to jump back over here, I learned this from one of my business mentors, his name is Dan Martell. And basically he calls it the perfect intro, which I'm calling the short offer pitch. So I help my avatar get X result. That is the smallest and most succinct way you can say your offer. And remember, we're not talking about the mechanism in this, because what customers really want is the result. You know, people, you've probably heard this saying that people don't buy drill bits, they buy 1/4-inch holes. The drill bit is really just the mechanism that sits in the middle. Your course is a mechanism, and it's easy to focus on it because that's what you're making, and that's your product. But what our learner really wants, if they didn't have to go through your course to get the result, they wouldn't. What they really want is the result. That is the non-negotiable on the table. So if just to give you an example, and if anybody wants to play along in the chat, maybe try putting your short offer pitch in the chat. Happy to work with you, see what you folks get. But for this challenge that you're in right now, which is a course, I help subject matter experts create a 6-figure course plan. That's it. That's what this is. So that's like 8 words or something like that. It's very short. We had somebody on a call yesterday who was helping people pass a math test to get into college. So that's like a very specific result. I help, you know, what are they called? People who are applying for college. I help high school students pass the math test so they can get admitted into their dream school. That's an example of like a really short offer pitch. So that offer is key. So this is your perfect intro. Like if you're at a party or you're outside of the universe of people that know you, and somebody says, "Hey, what do you do?" It's like, I help subject matter experts create, I mean, more broadly, I help them build online learning companies. But in this particular course here, I'm focusing on coming up with a plan. So that's the result here. The long offer pitch is longer. So if somebody is like in your niche and knows more about what you're up to, or if you give somebody the short offer pitch and they're curious and they ask you to tell them more, then that's kind of like permission to do the long offer pitch. So my mechanism helps customer get X result in X amount of time without objection 1 or objection 2. So my 6-figure course plan challenge helps subject matter experts create their 6-figure course plan in 5 days without wasting time or money. So you can see how I'm just following this offer, the long offer mechanism, or the long offer kind of framework there. And this is the key. And this is actually all we're going over today. Tomorrow, we're going to actually design the whole course, but everything inside your course depends on this offer. You're helping this person through this technique get this result. It's as simple as that. If you're having trouble coming up with the offer, let me give you some of the common reasons why that happens. The most common reason is us subject matter experts sometimes get really focused on the mechanism, the course, what we know, what we want to put inside of the vehicle, right? Sometimes we even forget about who it's for, or we want to make it because this is what we know a lot about. And we're trying to jam as much as we can into the course. And sometimes it's easy to lose sight that somebody just wants this result. They just want to drop 50 pounds. They just want to get into the college of their dreams. They just want to find their soulmate. They just want to start a profitable online business. They just want to, I don't know, raise a well-adjusted child. These are very specific results that it's important to be Zen with. And then that gives us the frame to put only what's essential in the course without building a giant course that people don't finish or is overwhelming. It's all about this progression right here. And if you can promise it in a timeline, this is what makes courses irresistible. Because if I know that in, a week I can get some result, or I know in 30 days I can get some result, or 6 months or a year, or maybe even 2 years, it's like a really intensive thing, but I am making that commitment on that time. That's what causes people to buy, because it's clear what the investment is, not just of money, but of their time. And then we've got the objections that people have. Like, what is the most common objection? So if you teach in health and fitness, maybe the objection is, oh, but I don't want to go to a gym. So maybe your strength and fitness thing is all about how to get fit without using a gym, or if it's a weight loss thing, without pills or starvation or something like that. If it's about like starting a certain business, it could be even if you've never started a business before or have no training in marketing or anything. So you want to not only make it clear what the result is, how they're going to get there, and then how long, but also remove whatever their biggest objection is as to why they might not buy from you. What are they worried about? So those, and you could just have one. I recommend not doing more than two, but because people will often have multiple objections, but what's the primary? Or if you have to do two, what are the two? So that's it for today's training. To define your winning offer, do this work, figure out what your short offer pitch is and your long offer pitch. Like Angela here, who has the website Savvy Cleaner, and she's quite successful with her LifterLMS course. But her offer is simple. She helps house cleaners and maids start and grow their companies. That's it. That's the short offer pitch. And she's done this. She's built this whole business up to somewhere around 250,000 YouTube subscribers and many people taking her courses inside her membership with this offer. I forget the statistics. She told me once how many house cleaners or maid businesses there are in the world, but she she has an offer that lands well, and she helps people go to build an entire career in this niche, and she gives them the systems and the training on exactly how to do that. So she has a very clear offer. So that's Angela. Tomorrow we're going to get into actually creating your course outline. It's going to be a lot of fun. So I look forward to seeing you tomorrow. There's a link in the chat or below this video where you can go get the replay of this if you didn't make and see the whole thing, and also get a copy of this worksheet here so that you can construct your winning offer. Thanks for coming today, and we'll see you at the training tomorrow. Take care.